This is the mayor's report for the city of Battle Creek, Michigan. This is the mayor of Battle Creek, Mark Behnke, and this is our final report for 2023. I'd first like to start off with City Hall offices will be closed on Monday, January 1st for the New Year holiday. Transit services and Republic services will also be closed on New Year's Day, January 1st, because this is a Monday. All neighbors in the city limits will have 1 day delay in garbage and recycling pickup that week. Thank you for understanding. City Hall services moved during renovations starting January 8th. City staff will ask neighbors and visitors to follow the yellow brick road, yellow guiding arrows on the floor to some City Hall services as we begin first floor renovations for January 8th. Through March 2024, visitors will follow the signs and arrows to temporary locations for the clerk's office, currently room 111, and code inspections, currently room 117. In the 2+ weeks leading up to the start of the construction, visitors will see clearing the walls, moving furniture, and more to prepare for this project. We are working to make certain City Hall is more accessible, safe, and welcoming for both the visitors and our staff. Over about 7 months in 2024, we will reconfigure some of the most visited offices on first floor, move the public entrance to the south side of the City Hall facing Michigan Avenue, paint and install new lighting. We do not expect to close any offices or cancel any services during the moves to the clerk and the code inspections temporary locations and back to their regular offices later. But please watch the signs. We will share information if neighbors will experience service disruptions. For the first part of 2024, you will find these services in the following temporary locations. Clerk's office, City Hall, second floor, room 216. From the elevator or stairs in the center of the City Hall, you will take a right and find the clerk's office entry off the west stairwell landing. Code inspections, City Hall first floor, just beyond room 104. The near east end of the building across from the treasurer's payment window. Our security staff member, Sydney, and 311 Information Center staff member will be in City Hall to help everyone find the services they need. We will share additional information in 2024 as construction progresses. After these first 2 offices, work will move to other offices, to a new public entrance, and to City Hall parking lot. Construction on the new City Hall retaining wall will continue and it will remain blocked during the first floor construction with final landscaping work in the spring. We greatly appreciate everyone's patience during this work to improve City Hall for everyone's experience. Please contact us at publicinput@battlecreekmi.gov or 269-966-3311 with any questions. City boards and committees. There are still several dozen opportunities for neighbors to serve on various boards and committees. Current vacancies include Battle Creek Tax Increment Finance Authority, Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, 2 seats, Battle Creek Transit Local Advisory Council, 1 seat, Battle Creek Transit Local Coordinating Committee, 1 seat, Binder Park Golf Course Advisory Committee, 1 seat, Construction Board of Appeals, alternate seat, Dickman Road Business Improvement District, 1 seat, Downtown Parking Systems Advisory Committee, 1 seat, Human Relations Board, 2 seats, Income Tax Board of Reviews, 3 seats, Insurance Policy Review Committee, resource person, Lakeview Downtown Development Authority, 1 seat, Local Development Finance Authority, 1 seat, Sustainable Battle Creek Committee, 3 seats, Tree Advisory Committee, 1 seat, Water Systems Advisory Council, 1 seat, Youth Advisory Board, 3 seats. For more information about the above boards and committees, the work they do, special requirements, and more, please visit the city's website at battlecreekmi.gov/boards and commissions. If you're interested in serving on one of these boards or committees, please complete an application on the city's website and submit it online, or download and complete a fillable PDF version that you can mail or drop off at City Hall. If you have questions or need a printed copy of the application, contact city staff at 269-966-3311, or you can call my office at 269-441-7663. Housing. Over the last several years, housing has been on top of economic to-do lists in the city of Battle Creek. From a variety of previous and current studies, we know that we need a wide variety of housing types across multiple price points throughout the community. New employment hubs in the county, expansion at our industrial park, and aging homes are all factors driving an urgent need to address housing. The good news is that we are seeing a high level of developer interest with several projects underway or in the works. The projects range from low income to workforce to market rate and luxury units. Neighbors who have followed the actions of the City Commission in recent months might have noticed we are voting on many housing developments. We have approved tax exemptions for some of those, and some will move on to apply for state funding with help in the advance of the projects. The city has several tax credit projects pending with the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, including a workforce multifamily project targeted for the former Kmart site downtown. The development will feature 96 rental units with a child care center and a community space. We also have a developer looking at 62 units of permanent supportive housing on East Michigan Avenue near downtown. Additional projects are in the works for North Washington Avenue and the former Dolliver and Fieldstone sites. We also have local emerging developers pursuing high-based projects. For example, the Washington Heights United Methodist Church and Community Recover Our Neighborhood project is in the ambitious initiative aimed at transforming Battle Creek's Washington Heights neighborhood by revitalizing the housing stock. The project includes the construction of 17 new homes to revitalize the neighborhood and create home ownership opportunities. The New Level Sports Ministry Youth Village project has similar objectives and will feature affordable housing supported by necessities such as access to fresh foods, childcare, job training, entrepreneurial support, and cultural amenities. These projects all fit within a framework of housing needs being documented through a partnership between the city, Battle Creek Unlimited, and W.K. Kellogg Foundation. We are working with a housing consultant to develop an overview of housing needs. Once completed, the plan will show the feasibility, impacts, and implementation needed of the priority developments and programs, while outlining programs and policy changes with the potential to build capacity and increase the availability of funding in Battle Creek long term. All these projects are dealing with the uncertainty of rising interest rates and construction costs. We feel good about the projects in progress, and they all face potential development gaps, and several are dependent on additional funding from the state, as I mentioned. We will need creative funding solutions and public support to bring these projects to reality. Economic development. Here are some of the updates about larger projects happening as we conclude 2023. You may have heard that Ford is scaling back the Blue Opal project to bring in 1,700 jobs to Calhoun County instead of 2,500. This is still a significant investment in our county and is still an opportunity for Battle Creek to grow. You might remember from a previous mayor's report that we are seeing phase 2 of a spec building project along I-94 from Industrial Partners USA. It will be a 500,000 square foot building and a $20 million investment. Denso is planning a new investment, retooling some production lines to prepare for electric vehicles. Duncan Aviation is almost finished with their new large expansion. Viking Sides at the corner of Skyline Drive and Hillbrady Road, where the new roundabout is, will be expanding, and Bowers Aluminum is talking about more expansion already. Recently, the W.K. Kellogg Company, one of those from the company split, received news from the state that they are approved for a Renaissance zone around the Porter Street plan. While this will reduce our tax revenue to the city, we will keep 170 jobs at the plant. The W.K. Kellogg Company is also talking about expanding the plant for the first time in a long time. They plan to invest in new machinery and equipment and train current employees to achieve future successes. We hope this will turn into a long-term positive decision for the company and the Battle Creek community. In particular, for the companies who have been in Battle Creek already and have announced plans for new investment, this is great news. If it does not create a great number of additional jobs, anytime someone invests, they are anchoring further in our community, creating more stability for all of us. Other notable updates from 2023. Kimberly Holly is the city's first Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. She has started meeting and listening to city staff to study the city DEI practices, policies, and hiring. She's also familiar facing the community. We can tell everyone is eager for Kimberly's information and perspective. Public transportation, another important piece that relates to economic development. We have unfortunately seen service cuts at Battle Creek Transit as the nationwide bus driver shortage continues. Concern for all how many people rely on public transportation to visit the doctor, shop for groceries, get to school, get to work, and more on a daily basis. After much discussion, we have the Transportation Authority of Calhoun County, with the cities in our county opted in to participate. This is an important important start to the countywide services to help all neighbors travel where they need to go. The County Board of Commissioners will appoint an authority board, and more information will be provided to the community as we begin to meet and move forward. Thanks to the U.S. Department of Justice program grants, the city assigned police officers to 8 neighborhood planning councils as part of the community-oriented policing services. The program is focused on consistency and relationships. The officers are a presence in the neighborhoods, getting to know neighbors and businesses. They will get to know the neighborhood issues, and they will help develop solutions. Also coming in 2024, the Commission held a workshop about the recommendations for a Community Oversight Board on December 5th. We expect further discussion and action regarding this new board in 2024 as we continue to move and work with the new DEI officer to finalize the structure and details of the board. This has been discussed for a while by the Commission and the city's Human Relations Board and the Battle Creek NAACP. The purpose of the board would be to provide input in an advisory way to the city manager related to community relations complaints about the Battle Creek Police Department. It would also be proactive in identifying potential problems, build partnerships with police, and create connections between police and the community. Something everyone should have on their radar in 2024 is the registered voters in Michigan will have the opportunity to vote early in person if they would like. Voters approved this in 2022. It is important also to use the right to vote, and this can make it easier for some people. People who are registered to vote in the city of Battle Creek, the city of Springfield, Bedford Township, and Penfield Township will be able to vote in person for 9 days before the state and federal elections. They will vote at the Cool Center in downtown Battle Creek. The city has shared information about this in the community newsletter that was just sent out in the mail, and more information will be coming as the various election deadlines and dates get closer. The first election will be the presidential primary on February 27th. Our next City Commission meeting will be Tuesday, January 2nd. The regular meeting begins at 7 p.m. You can join us for this meeting in person at City Hall, 10 North Division Street, in the Commission chambers on the 3rd floor. There are at least 2 opportunities to give public comment during the regular meeting about the items on the agenda and any general comments you may have about city business. If you can't come to the meeting in person, but want to watch it on TV, Access Vision broadcasts our regular meetings live on channel 17 and 917 on Comcast and on channel 100 on AT&T. They also stream to the live 17 tab of their website, accessvision.tv. You can also watch the live stream of our workshop and regular meetings on the City of Battle Creek, Michigan YouTube channel. You can watch previous live streams on the meetings there too. Our agendas are usually posted the Thursday before each workshop or meeting on the city's website. Once on battlecreekmi.gov, go to your government tab, then Mayor and Commission. If you like a paper copy of the agenda, you can visit the city clerk's office at City Hall from 8 to 5. This is the Mayor of Battle Creek, Mark Behnke. Thank you very much for listening. Please have a great New Year's Eve day and weekend.